Alrighty.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Welcome back. It's a week or a little bit off step right now. I have no idea what week it is. I could have
It's
checked.
week you're watching our podcast.
That's true.
Yes.
Thank you, Jill, for being one of our first subscribers.
Shout out to Jill.
Shout out to Jill. Have you met Jill?
No.
Jill's the
Wow,
best. Shout out
Jill's
my
amazing.
mom. She comments
Thanks, my mom.
every single week.
Oh,
my
yeah,
mom.
We
me and
love your
Jill are real
comments.
cool because she agreed that you're autistic.
No, that's my mom. No, Jill is
No,
not my
Jill's-
mom.
yeah,
Tatum
Jill's-
is my mom. Jill is someone that we work with. Two different people. No, Jill is.
I love all the comments. They're great.
I do too. I'm trying to
The
see.
likes, the
Oh,
subscribed.
we stopped putting weeks on our posts. I went to go pull them up. Anyway, someone's watching our podcast and I don't know who it is. I hope it's not like my mom telling all of her friends and then everyone I grew up with is
I
watching.
think that's
all of
great.
I
That's
want them to
perfect.
wait until we have a little bit
Till
more.
we actually make it.
Until this is not a shit show every single week. It might just always be that.
Sounds likely.
In typical fashion, even though I steered away from it in recent times, business in the front and party in the back, a mullet, right?
We're steering towards it.
We're steering towards it now. This ship,
We
is
have
that-
been on Odysseus's.
this
We've
ship
been
has
on the
had,
Odyssey.
This ship has had.
The siren songs got to Ammon.
No, I still think
There's
I'm
a
right, but it's
couple-
okay.
You're just with Calypso is all.
There's 5 different rudders and 5 different steering wheels, all steering in different directions.
Calypso, you're eating the White Lotus.
Business of the
That's
Odyssey.
fine.
Have you seen the Odyssey, Melvin?
No.
Do you want to see the Odyssey?
We talked about it.
Do
No.
you have eggs?
Do
Do you have eggs? See, bro knows. He knows ball. Come on, none of y'all knew what that is.
I didn't.
had
You've
to
never
sh-
seen
I
that
had
clip?
to. No, I showed him. Don't worry.
Oh.
I
He
showed him.
showed me.
Yeah.
But he didn't know what hair cake was, so I had to show him like
Okay,
early
but that's way
Joji.
different. Like,
No, it's not.
Very
Yeah, it
different.
is.
Like
Those
they're
two
different
sides of the
genres,
internet.
but like they're both early internet meme type thing.
I guess.
Golden age internet memes.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess. For
Um,
different
Do
people.
you want to see the Odyssey?
Do you care?
I'd be down to see the Odyssey. Just that you had said that we could only go see it in that theater, and the closest one was in like.
No. It's.
I was
it's
wrong.
not
Okay,
worth-
this this is the whole conversation. The business of Christopher Nolan being a giant idiot. So, will you explain
much.
why I said that and why I was partly wrong? Because I this was early on before like Ball Nowhere kind of jumped online and started talking about it. So, please explain.
Christopher Nolan, in the fashion of Christopher Nolan,
An
decided to
arrogant
film-
filmmaker.
Decided to film.
Well, wait. For
am
tell-
I gonna explain or
Tell me if I'm wrong. There's some early detail I need to get. He did Avatar or something or Dunkirk. What was it?
No, so he's done Dunkirk.
No. He did a movie and he did really well, and they gave him a blank check to write any
Yeah,
movie he wanted.
yeah.
What movie was that?
I don't know what movie did really well.
So
that
he had a blank
led
check.
them, but it might have been
then-
an accumulation of that. So he had a blank check of you can do whatever kind of movie
And
you
like
want,
an arrogant tool,
and so he cast a whole bunch of people like Tom Holland and Zendaya, Matt Damon, Robert Pattinson.
oh, and what's Homegirl, the hottest woman on the entire planet,
Anne Hathaway.
Anne Hathaway.
Anne Hathaway. Huge,
Avengers.
huge cast, and there's only so many IMAX film cameras in the entire world. Like there's
70
only
millimeter.
70 millimeter.
I don't know what that means. I
IMAX.
just say it. I see it on Twitter.
Basically what it means is the
70 millimeters, from what I understand,
detail.
isn't that big. That are we saying that the
So what the 70 millimeters does is it gives more detail. It lets you film in a
that's only
broader
this.
with more detail length. And that's kind of like 30 millimeter. It's just a larger
Why are we saying?
format.
What does this mean? What is that?
It's a
That's-
larger format. Look, go to
that's-
30. Go to
that-
30
no,
millimeters.
yes, 7 is bigger than 3. What are we talking-
Exactly. So
Oh no, I
It's
stop.
a
No, I have a
larger-
serious question. Do you know the answer to this question? Are we saying that the sensor in the camera is 70 millimeters by 70 millimeters?
It says refers to the physical width of the film stock, yada yada yada. Bigger film, a much larger area, which can capture way more detail than normal 35 millimeter film. It says the important distinction is regular digital theater. Movie is projected from a digital file, physical film, much larger film, sharper, richer image. Yada yada yada.
So what he did is he took those, filmed the camera, took that.
Is it actual film? It's not digital.
It's actual film. You have to get it.
No. Okay.
You
now
have
I'm
to
mad
get
at
it.
Nolan. He's an actual idiot now.
You have to get it developed. So
It's much
they
larger
fitted-
physical film.
That's cringe.
They fitted like this whole case around it because it's a super loud thing because you can hear it. You can hear the film rolling through. So what it is, he decided to film the whole movie in that. There's scenes in some movies where it'll go to that. There's scenes in the Interstellar movie. You've seen Interstellar.
I have seen
You've seen Interstellar.
Yeah.
The scene where they go to the planet with the big wave, right? In that movie, it's normal film. Then when they go to that planet, you see the ends of the screen extend to IMAX. You can see the display change in the movie. It's subtle, of course, but you can see the display change. So he films the entire movie in IMAX, blah, blah, blah. They've got to fit this whole case to make it a little quieter so that people can focus a little bit as they're saying their lines. They're going through and they've got canisters to replace the film quickly and then send the other ones that they just filmed back.
So cringe.
They filmed the entire movie off of this. And in perfect Nolan fashion, only 4 theaters in the entire world can you actually see the level of detail that have full IMAX capacity at 70 millimeter. There's some that have 30 millimeter, but most theaters are Dolby Atmos or other.
Okay, wait. So
you go to the movie and you pull up, look it up while I'm pulling it up. Look at the difference between IMAX and Dolby Atmos. And it cuts half the screen, so you can't see the full extent. Of course, it's not that much of detail when you're watching it. It's like an extra cup on the table, and you see a bowl, and then you see the top of someone's hat. Look up, the Odyssey. That's not how you spell Odyssey. That is the audio. Nope.
how do I?
It's ODESS. ODE. Or sorry, Y.
It's
SS.
auto filtering it. Just
Yeah.
like-
he doesn't do
like
that.
read it.
Okay, cool.
Odyssey. Is that what you said?
So look at this. Hold on.
We're not
We're-
showing the screen.
No.
We're
I'm
back and
gonna pull up this one specifically. That one. Now show the screen. So you lose a bunch of
I will
the
stop the recording.
you lose a bunch of the film. So it cuts off stuff. And Ammon wanted to see the movie only in one of the bigger options. My guess is it was one of the 30 millimeter or something like that. Somewhere like an hour or two down. To me, it's not worth that. You just see the movie. It's a great movie. Great story. Great storytelling. And I thought it was great. I loved it. But you don't get that much of a difference to justify a 2-hour drive for a 3-hour movie and then another 2-hour drive back.
Yeah.
So you just go see the movie in the format that you can, and it's a good story. Good story. Good.
What do you think?
It's not worth that drive because you're losing stuff anyway, so the slightly bigger screen isn't going to make that much of a difference.
So this is kind of where I wanted to get to, which is like the business of filmmaking. And isn't he going to lose like a metric?
I'm sure he's losing money on it.
You always hear these projects of the artists that get a blank check and they always just squander it. They've never.
I think he did a really good job of the storytelling. You've read the Odyssey. Have you read the Odyssey?
Negative.
Does that make us a nerd?
100%.
Why do you think the Odyssey is so important in the pantheon of Western culture?
Like, first time that sentence has ever been said.
No, that is
Like-
definitely not the first time that it's ever been said.
Definitely not the first time. that it's been said.
There's a lot of literature that is like considered like canon Western
How to
culture.
Kill a Mockingbird.
Well,
and
definitely not that, but
If it's
You're
not,
required to
Like
read that
Dante's
in pretty
Inferno.
much
I'm talking
every...
about like Dante's
Oh, you're talking
Inferno,
about okay.
the Bible.
Have you do you know what Dante's Inferno is?
yes,
Okay.
So like there's
Kind
certain
of surprised me,
there's
not gonna lie.
certain,
yeah, yeah, I know
there's
what
certain
that is.
stories and epics that are illustrated through Western culture that aren't necessarily illustrated in like Chinese culture and in like African culture and everything like that, or like even South American culture. That like I think a lot of the Odyssey is like
What the Odyssey is it was one of the first epics written.
wasn't really written.
It was
oral
it
for
was,
the first
yeah, so
for
it
the
was
first
songs and ballads sang by people and
by theater kids,
Right.
nerds.
So it was this story of a hero that like one of the first stories of a hero's journey. So this is where almost every other like there's no original idea anymore is what people say. There's no original idea in movies, nothing, whatever. So I think now especially, but they're essentially retold. And the Odyssey is one of those stories that have just been changed in different ways for different characters and different
Yeah, so
details, whatnot. So the Odyssey technically isn't even supposed to be read because it's
supposed to be played on
it's
a
supposed
theater.
to be a theater. It's supposed to be a story with people with
Yeah, so it's like the
like
idea
a yearning for home.
yearning for home, the shaping of an entire tradition of Western literature, of like a template of what to say, and then focuses on survival, war, and everything like that. What? Please tell me. Please tell me what. Please say what you're thinking out loud right now.
Just like, what impact does this have on Trainwreck's next stream? Like,
what does that mean?
like I don't like. Okay, so like you're essentially saying like this is the temp. Like
Lost
it's like the
am I.
Harry Potter. Like this is like set us up. So like when I go to write a book, I like have to read this book.
yes.
That's what I okay.
Like I.
To answer the question that
To-
I have no idea of what the question is.
So, I think it's
Yes.
it's just an important conversation to have about like
What some people miss.
I would rather either maybe I'm too much of like a, like whenever you asked about like watching the movie, when I see the detail that the original artist wants to portray when portraying a movie, like I would rather not see it and wait till I am rich enough to just fly to Los Angeles to go watch the movie after it's been released
it
to watch
won't-
it in full fidelity.
It won't be in theaters.
That's what I'm saying. That's the hard part of it. Is like I don't have a lot of resources right now to go watch it in the way that the artist originally intended it to be.
So then what
And the thing is like I'm poor and I can choose to go watch it, or I can never watch it.
or you
and
just
then-
wait till I buy it and then it'll be readjusted on a TV screen.
Or you pirate it.
The thing is so what I'm trying to say is like, how do I say this? Like, I'm a little bit of an art snob, and I recognize it about myself, and I try not to be like this. But like, if an artist makes something with an intended way to view it, if I have the resources, I would rather view it, even if it's like
I don't
3
think
or
that was the intent. I think the intent
No.
of it was Christopher Nolan.
I don't think that
wanted
he
to
had
do
any
what he
intent
wanted
to-
to do. He wanted to be the only one that made a film entirely on IMAX.
no,
I think that was the intent of it, and it just happened to be like, okay, yeah, it's going to be a really cool format and have a lot of detail. Did you finish that?
I did.
Wow.
No, you didn't, you liar. I did.
Oh.
I was trying to cover for you in case he got mad. If it was like a good reaction,
You told me to make it.
I was gonna let you have it. But if he got if he got mad, I was gonna take the blame for you.
Either way, you're taking the blame because you told me to make it. Like,
I'm glad you figured out how to do it because I got lost in the instructions, lost in the sauce.
Just let it. You've broken it even worse now. No, I think that like
I think it was just a byproduct that it was really awesome art. I think he just wanted to be the guy.
But like, does
because
it matter?
he knows how many theaters. He knows there's only 4 theaters in the entire world that you can watch those on.
So then why did he choose to do that?
'Cause I think he thinks if you care enough, you'll do it.
And so I do.
Like, genuinely. Like, if you know that there's going to be the 0.3% of people that watch it that care enough to make time to go out of their way to do it.
Like, if I had the resources right now, I would fly to Los Angeles, to the one in Los Angeles, to go watch it. Because that would be important enough for me to go watch this, like, important story being told.
Like, there's no way he made it and was like, oops.
That's what I'm saying. Does that make him an arrogant artist? And like how? Who was it? Who bankrolled this?
Universal.
Universal. Like, did Universal think that this was a good play financially? Like,
They just gave him free reign. They're like, hey,
but you can't just
Here's
give somebody
money.
free reign. If I give somebody free reign and they're an artist and they're like an engineer, they'll go and blow up your entire company if you let them.
no, because they know
Who's
that
they?
it's
So
Universal.
I think Universal was like,
okay, wait,
Christopher
no.
Nolan, you've made us enough money.
I-
You don't have a blank check, but you have a super big one. Go do what you want. Like, is that a good like?
I've been watching The Big Short, right?
Big Short, great movie.
Great movie. You remember the one guy that listens to heavy metal? I can't remember his name for whatever reason. The one guy.
Yeah,
Isn't it, Christian
California.
Bale? Yeah.
He owns like a
Yeah.
he had a venture capital firm or something like that.
Free reign, right?
But he was getting owned the entire time. All of his
Yeah.
investors were like trying to sue him.
Yeah.
And what were you trying to say?
He came out ahead, didn't he?
I'm not saying Christopher Nolan isn't coming out ahead. I'm saying if
I
Christopher
think
Nolan
they knew
isn't
that he was going to
if
come out
Christopher
ahead.
Nolan is arrogant enough to make a movie that only people can see in 4 theaters across the world, I'm arrogant enough to believe that when I have the resources, I will go watch that movie in one of those 4 theaters, and I don't want to watch it beforehand.
I would love to see it. I'm curious what he would say. Christopher Nolan, please watch this.
Comment down below.
Should
Christopher Nolan,
I have seen
I don't care
the
what you
movie?
think.
Should I have seen the movie? Should Ammon see the movie in normal format, and then when he can watch it in?
Like, Christopher
full-
Nolan, do you care that people that don't have resources and can't get to a movie theater should watch it in the format that you didn't make it in? Or did you make it for yourself and for nobody else?
How big
Yeah.
is it?
Yeah, that's what I'm curious about. Did he make it for himself?
Because if he did, then I want to go watch someone's magnum opus the way he intended it for himself.
I think either way, the conclusion is you want to see it how he intended it to be seen,
Yeah.
and I want to too.
Like, if
But I don't have the resources, so I chose to just see it.
And I think that and I might go watch it in a crappy theater here in this town, and then that'll be what it is. We've spent too long on the Odyssey.
I had it saved on Twitter. I had the entire movie on Twitter.
What?
I literally watched I watched the Universal logo and then closed it.
So,
I'm impressed. I'm not on that side of the internet. Not that I care to be, but let's hear about Rock Guy.
Oh yes, you want to hear about?
I
want to
hear about Rock Guy.
He was so
We know a
lit.
guy. We call him Rock Guy. Because Cole, you were there. Were you there? Cole talks to him, and Cole's really nice to him. And this dude just pulls out a rock from his back pocket. Well, pulls out a handkerchief and unfolds it. There's a rock sitting in the middle. Guy points. He goes, "You know what this is?" He goes, "A rock." He goes, "It's a."
And you would be wrong.
And he says,
This isn't just any rock.
"Yeah." He goes, "For your butt."
He did not say that.
Yeah, he said. For
No,
your,
I misheard
he
all
said-
of this.
He goes, "Yeah." No, bro goes. Can't remember exactly what he said after he goes. Do you know what this is?
So
And
we're
Cole
at the
said a
store.
rock.
We're at work, right? We're at
We're
T-Mobile.
just.
and
Yeah, that's exactly where we're at.
like,
So we're
I'm just kidding. We're at
we're at
Dillard's.
work. We're at work. This guy comes in. Cole goes to help him.
We're changing out tires.
Pulls out the handkerchief, unfolds it. There's a rock in the middle. Guy goes, "Do you know what this is?" Cole looks around as if he's wondering. He goes, "Is this a trick question or is it?" But he flat out he goes a rock, not like oh what is it a rock, and he goes, yeah it's for cancer, for your butt. He goes in all this detail of how
Does he have butt cancer?
I don't know.
Why is he carrying around?
But I
this
don't know
rock?
if he puts it in his butt, and that's what the handkerchief is for. No one knows yet. But Ammon talked to said rock guy recently.
No, I don't have that much information. I feel bad for Rock
Maybe
Guy
not on
'cause
that.
I don't fully understand what he is.
Yeah. He.
That's gonna suck to hear.
That's why I muted. Because I told him that last time.
As I tradition. Do you guys know who Togi is?
Yes.
Of course.
Do you know how he kind of sometimes will have in his crew a dude who has like disabilities?
That's like Logan Paul and the midget, right?
Yeah. Some people, some
Little people
streamers
scare
will,
me. I'm
will,
sorry
will
if you're
keep,
watching
will,
this
will
and you're a
keep,
little person.
will,
It's
will
actually
keep
a
people like
problem.
that around. And
Do you know that
my question
being
is,
afraid of little
is
people
that
is a real word? There's like a phobia thing for it. It's kind of funny.
that's insensitive?
I just
And
think it's
that's my
crazy that
and
they
that's
had
my
to-
final take on that one. 'Cause that's insensitive, and I won't stand for that.
of people having
It's
phobias.
because Ammon's a little person.
Or Neil. Ammon
You
is a
won't
little
stand.
peeper.
Well, yeah, that's insensitive. I won't.
So oh no.
I like you, but I just little people scare me.
Little
don't
people
scare me. They just- They don't scare me. They just
They thought I was.
kinda
They
weird
thought
me
I was
out. You
retarded
are a
whenever
little
I was in
person.
first grade, and my mom put me in the retard class, and so I'm comfortable around retards because I had to spend a whole year.
are
with
you them.
calling?
calling them?
By
Yes.
the way, she also co-signed
I did not
that
say
he's
that.
autistic. So
My mom.
But back to Rock
Confirmed.
Guy.
No, and
Ammon's
yeah, my
getting
mom's a professional
overstimulated.
tard wrangler, and we love her.
Don't get overstimulated. Keep talking. Rock Guy.
She did not co-sign.
Don't
on
get
it.
overstimulated.
I will
Rock
have
Guy.
to ask
Rock
her.
Guy.
I'll have to ask her why she put me in the.
bro, we got off the
class.
topic with midgets. Like that's how we got here.
So yeah, I don't know why you were talking and making fun of midgets. That's kind of rude. But no, I brought it up. I was just
I don't
saying.
know either, actually.
I don't know if there's a line of making fun of or making them a part of the content that you're making.
Logan Paul and the midget. That's how. it
And
got on
so
there. I just had to remember.
I'm talking about Rock Guy right now.
Rock
And
Guy.
I'm saying either there's a mental disability there or there's not, or he's just not neurotypical. And I don't want to, sometimes I feel like people are like, no, he's my friend. But it's definitely like 100% they're making fun of him in a content fashion.
So how does Toki play into this?
He keeps that redheaded Down syndrome dude around who slams weights.
So then Rock Guy comes into the store.
Yeah, Rock Guy comes into the store. I tried to get that out of the way. I just was thinking about that. Like, if we talk about it, that
That was on
we're pretty much doing the same thing. I don't know. Rock Guy comes in. No, he actually, what he does is he comes into the store, and he's riding this awesome electric bike, and he goes like, slaps, and he's like, you know where I got this from? Costco, $500. This thing is awesome. I feel unlucky to. I feel ashamed of how lucky I am to ride this puppy around town. And it honestly, kind of cool little electric scooter.
pretty
if you got
valid.
it.
Seemed like it.
It's pretty tough.
Was it a scooter or a bike? Those are two different things.
Sorry, you're right. It's a bike.
Okay.
And he also has one of the craziest hats I've ever seen. It's like a
I don't even know. You know, it's like a wizard's hat, but instead of being pointy,
he probably
It's
it
just a
probably increases his
balloon.
like area AOE by like 100. Like
I don't know.
100
Most def
100x.
increases aura.
it definitely increases aura. Think of a helmet
Like
that has a
magic,
condom over the helmet that's reflective.
like spell
Yes.
power up 13 points. I don't
100%.
Like
know.
whatever
That's-
spells he's casting, they're getting some
'Cause
buff
he's
by
gotta-
him wearing that hat. 100%.
He's gotta
100
put
p.
some sort of spells on the rocks. I don't know.
No, and so I'm helping him do what he needs to do, and It's so bad because he leaves the store because he doesn't have all the information that he needs, and then he comes back in, and then I'm sitting there with him for an hour just trying to like just get done what he needs to get done. And Melvin comes over because we're all there and we all talk to each other while we're with customers, just hanging out, doing whatever, making sure nobody needs anything. And he
I was stewing for quite a while as to how I could implement something into this interaction.
and it
You can't
what I didn't
implement
know is
anything
I
other than
wasn't ready.
rocks.
He was there for a minute or two. He like sat down. He
Yeah,
was,
I
like,
was there for a calm 5, just dead silent,
just
not even on
sta-
my phone.
just hanging out, just like just chilling, just like what I'm like. That's fine. We do that sometimes. And then he looks Rock Dude in the eyes,
No.
and he looks,
I told you there's nothing you can implement with that conversation.
and then he
No
goes,
way.
do you know what the government's putting in the water and what it's doing to the frogs?
No shot you said that, bro. No shot.
Bro,
And I
no.
look
You
at
tell
him.
Rock Guy with Wizard Power 99. Do
Bro.
you know what they're doing to the
No.
water, bro?
No,
the
bro.
frogs
Because I was thinking
are
of a
turning
topic.
gay.
I wasn't ready. I
There's
had
no, I would have.
one-
I'd have
probably
to walk out. I
Okay,
would have been gone.
to be honest, all in,
Laughing,
did I
gone.
pass that like did I pass the QuickTime event? No.
No.
Did I put up an incredible effort?
No, like
the
endurance
greatest-
100.
Endurance 100. I think because he has whatever he has.
100 fortitude on Ammon, bro. Because Rock Guy looks me dead in the eyes and goes, he looks, one eye kind of drifts off. He's like,
One eye kind of drifts off.
he's like,
He's looking at the frogs with that
Dude,
other eye.
he looks
He's
dead in
got
the
a.
eyes. He's
He's
like,
got an eye, an all-seeing
"What?"
eye.
and I'm like,
And I turn. I'm like, Melvin's here, Rock Dude's here, I'm here, and I just go. I'm like dying. I turn and I'm like laughing so hard. I'm like, well, I don't know what's about to happen to me. I might get fired here.
and
I'm so and then Rock Dude double down.
yeah. He's like, what?
What? Say what?
He's like,
say
"Yeah,
that
say it
again. Like,
again."
please
And-
explain this to me.
And I had a pretty good poker face until he looked me dead in the face with a straight face and went, what?
No, he said, "No, I haven't heard."
Oh yeah, he's like, no, I haven't heard. And then Ammon looks at me, he's like, what's going on? and
You guys are
I
just a recipe for.
and I started
disaster.
chuckling, but I couldn't stop laughing.
Because now, bro just thinks that you're messing with him when in reality they're.
No, I don't
freaking
even
making
know if
frogs
he knew.
gay.
He definitely didn't know because he was so locked in on what Ammon asked him. Like immediately after I didn't answer, he started doing what he was doing. And I couldn't, I just kept laughing, which kept triggering Ammon to laugh. And he was like, please leave. Like, he was like, please. Because I would like, he's dead silent.
Down at like the paperwork, the paper, and I was
The
like,
paper is just shaking.
I was like, oh
Ammon.
my gosh. He asked me
Vein
something,
through
and I
the
go, I
forehead.
hold my breath, and I look up at him, and I go, yeah. I'm like dying laughing. He goes, okay, yeah. And he like keeps doing the paperwork that he's supposed to be doing. It was
Honestly, bro lost me at horse when I walked over. When I walked over there, because then he had the nerve after that, and he was like, how do you spell horse? And then I see the horse picture. It was so hard to, because he's dead serious. Like, he's looking at me, he's like, how do you spell horse? And I look down,
Did you
and there's
tell-
a Google search of a horse on the phone. And I'm like,
I'm
"There's
laughing
no
so
way."
hard I barely know what's going on. I
Did
like
you explain? Did you end up explaining what they were doing?
No,
I couldn't.
So then
I
he.
had to
almost
get up.
fell over walking laughing away.
So the dude just has.
He has no
he's
idea.
left on a cliff,
Yeah.
and he was told,
So
okay. He's
then-
like, okay, fine, whatever. I guess I won't find out about the horse,
I don't think he knew, or he
about
must
the
have.
frogs.
It like went in one ear out of the other. As soon as he saw me, like, I think immediately his mind just shifted back to like what was on task. But then we resumed.
So then what was crazy is Melvin leaves, almost falling into like a chair into a table, laughing so hard. And when he leaves, I can finally rip it back together because like he's working on his paperwork, and I'm just trying to stay alive. I can't think of anything. I can't do anything because I have to stay there with him.
Yeah.
And then finally, I get my composure, and we keep working on the paperwork that we have to keep working on him with. And I look over at Melvin, and he starts laughing again, and I lose it again. And I just start walking over there, no context, because I'm laughing so hard. And I'm like, let me go talk to the manager. So then, like 20 minutes later, Melvin comes back over, and he's like, we're talking, we're making small talk, we're chopping it up. We're almost done with the paperwork. We're like in a waiting stage or something like that, where we're just waiting for the like paperwork to go through. Or like we submitted it electronically or something. And we're just chopping it up. And then I make the mistake of being like, so what do you do for work? Because I'm trying to goad him into the rocks. I thought the rocks was his whole thing.
No,
The rocks was his
hobby.
It's a side hustle.
that was
That's his love child.
That was his side hustle out and so he goes, yeah, he's like, I've been working since I was like 12 years old. I had a paper route. He's like, I was a boxer for a little bit. And I'm like, okay, that might explain some of the
And then he explains that he crushes it in sales.
He's like, I am Jordan Belford. I
He's the
am
wolf
Grant
on
Cardone.
Wall Street.
He was the wolf on Wall Street. And so then I just keep asking him, like, maybe he sells rocks. Maybe that's what he's talking about. It's like, what did you sell? So I guess he grew up, or his working career existed a lot in the 80s, 90s, and 2000s. So pre-internet. So he was essentially a middleman. He was a catalog.
Yep.
He was a catalog salesman. So he was a professional manufacturing. He represented a lot of different manufacturers, and like bikes and toys and paintings and picture stuff you'd find at Walmart, convenience.
Emphasis on toys.
And then he starts talking about toys, and then at the very end, you can tell he keeps listing off stuff. I kind of knew something was up because he kept listing stuff. And I was like, he wants to say something that he sells, and I'm like, I hope it's not what I'm thinking. I don't know how I clocked it so early because I didn't want it to be true. And then the very last thing he says is, "And like play toys." And I go, "Okay, yeah." He's like, "Yeah, like play toys." And I just like sigh. I'm like, oh, what are play toys?
And I'm slow.
And
So, like, I genuinely was
there's
like-
no way you asked what.
Bro, first of all, we don't just say play toys. I'm like, yo.
I was thinking, I was like, please say like Bionicles.
So then
I'm thinking
so,
I'm like, there's no way this dude's about to say what I think
So
he's about
I
to
go-
say, but
so-
not anything can come out of this guy's mouth.
So I look at him and he goes like, and then Ammon starts to kind of like shake his head, and he looks at me and he no like smile or anything. He's like, I think he was trying to like have me roll along with it. And I looked at bro and I was like, no.
I knew because that was a triple down whenever I was shaking my head. I was like, F. I know exactly what he's talking about right now.
Had no clue.
And Melvin had zero idea.
I had zero thought behind
so he goes,
my eyes.
no, expand, please. No, please, more detail on that one.
And then he goes.
And he goes, like,
You can't
he
say
goes,
that on
women
this
are
end.
freaks.
Yeah,
That's pretty much what
he was like, women are freaks. And so in my mind,
He
that's
like
not-
leans into, he's like, bro, let me do. Women are
Yeah.
freaks.
and that wasn't even the
Freaking
funnier part
widowy.
yet. He like, cause he's like, we're all chilling. Ammon's like, oh, okay, yeah. He was like, I thought you meant like Play-Doh.
I did say that. I was hoping
And-
Bionicle.
Yeah, he was like, I thought you
I was
meant like a
Play toys,
transformer.
like Legos, twin.
Yeah, and so I lose it. Like, cause as soon as he goes, I thought you meant like like a normal
told
kid's
him
toy.
You thought
I was
Yeah.
like, I thought you were talking
So
about
I
Play-Doh,
lo-
and he almost falls over laughing again.
I lose it because
And the
I
bro's
also
just
thought
dead
that's what we were talking about. I thought he meant like when back in the day when you get the little Walmart pamphlet.
bro's dead face the whole time too.
Dude, no, he's so like not a smile came
Stone
across
cold,
his face.
yeah.
Like he's so locked. Like 100% he's locked.
And he was one of the greatest sales reps that ever did it in his entire life.
And that's how you know.
And yeah, because he was dead face, I guess.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
So how did you then find out?
So then afterwards, I started talking. I kept goading him into rocks. And so I was like, how did that happen? And so there's a town north of here that starts with an S, and he's from that area, and there's a rock collecting community and he has like an F-150 that he drives from the south of this state to the north of this state collecting rocks.
He's a geode buster.
He's a geode, but he be cracking different types of geodes.
Yeah.
And so
So does he sell them? What does he do with said rocks?
with him, all I could get out of him was
Does he
they're
bless
not
them?
really blessed. He makes necklaces.
But certain rocks have certain powers.
So he's like a psychic.
I think maybe he's just a psychic, or yes. And then he had to leave because I was like,
Because he's busy.
I'm
He's
curious
one
if
of that.
he blesses them. He doesn't bless them. I'm curious
yeah, he
what
does.
rocks do what, though.
Yeah,
Because he had the butt rock. I don't know.
He definitely has it all memorized. A catalog man like that, it's down to
For
a T.
sure. For sure.
do you want to be like him when you grow up?
100%.
Uh,
The ability to be so clueless but so locked in at the same time.
Incredible. Either
Is-
he 100% knows the whole thing, and that's awesome,
Yeah.
or he doesn't, and he just gets to be locked in,
And yeah, he's just coasting.
which is incredible. Bryce coded. So, Grant, we're gonna do one more topic, and then you have to head out.
All right.
Melvin, do you know who Grant Cardone is?
Does he cook?
That's Anthony Bourdain.
No. What does he cook for 500?
What is this? Okay, let's see here.
Incorrect.
You've never seen this guy in your life.
You've seen him.
Does he own a team?
He owns a team. Team of
He owns a
salesmen.
lot. Yeah.
No clue who the white man
That's
is.
That's his G600 and his children. Are we?
What's his name?
He's like Jordan Belford.
Nah, who's the dude that owns I can't remember his name. The dude on Shark Tank?
Kevin O'Leary?
No.
Mark Cuban.
Cuban?
Mark Cuban. Yeah, is he like him?
In what way?
Like
He-
dude,
he-
in any way. I don't know who this guy
He-
is. Like, what do you
Don't get
mean?
mad, twin.
Like just as a
in
businessman. Like is he just a dude that just businessman?
He is honestly, a lot of people hate him. I'll stick my neck out for him a little bit and say I think he's one of the good guys out there. But he gets trolled on. He is. I'll give you a little bit of background. He is a bit. He grew up in Louisiana. He was addicted to drugs,
Real.
and then he became a car salesman.
They go hand in hand.
But he wasn't on uppers. He was on like downers and weed and stuff.
Tough.
And so he was a car salesman for a little bit, and then but he was still a drug addict. And then his mom, I think, or he went to rehab. But plot twist: guess who sponsored his rehab? The Church of Scientology.
No, no shot. Is
Are you
he
for
a
real?
member of?
Yeah, he's a Scientologist.
Like is this
Yeah,
pre
no
car
shot. I ain't
salesman?
listening to that guy
This is
anymore.
during car salesman at like 26.
it
I'll
his
watch some
family?
Tom Cruise stuff, but I ain't.
No, yeah, this is part of it. He's a Scientologist.
Yeah.
So okay, so I love the story.
No,
of
like
Grant.
how did he actually get? Like, do you know how he got into it? Like, is it his family?
His rehab, or no, it just happened to be he's from Louisiana, didn't have a huge education or whatever. He just needed to go to rehab, and I think that he just went. There wasn't the internet. It was like 1981 or something. So he just like went to the newspaper and just like picked between 3 different rehabs that he found in the newspaper, and one of them just happened to be Scientologists.
Okay, that makes more sense.
And
I
now he
understand it
sold
now.
his soul,
And so
just like Tom Cruise.
honestly, me and Landon don't have much to say. I think that being a part of the church, outside of the church, those two things are the same. Like to us, they're not, but outside of the church, people think that they're the exact same.
Yeah.
What is the exact same?
Like the Mormon Church and the Church of Scientology are like the same in a lot of people's minds when they're actually not.
I understand what you're saying. Okay, I didn't get it.
and so because I've done a lot of research on it just because it's interesting to me, but I wish it wasn't that way. But I think that that's how it's perceived.
I will say, you can walk into pretty much any church. You can't walk into a Scientology building.
Yeah, you can. They're cool. There's one in Salt Lake.
You've
They're
been inside.
so welcoming, bro.
Actually,
Yeah.
I didn't think you
It's
could
only if
go
you have
inside.
aura. You have to have a welcoming Scientology aura about you.
But, oh yeah, to get you in. Oh yeah.
Yeah, to
Yeah,
get
No, because
probed.
so this is
Like, they
crazy.
don't
Grant
just
is a
let you
part of the
in.
story now. Wait, so Grant Cardone, he then like Scientology. A lot of Scientology is like, hey, go be a business, like be your best self. Do you know the guy on YouTube, Will It Skate or whatever?
Yeah.
He's a
First
Scientologist.
try. No shot. That guy.
The skinny skateboarder dude that would like
Oh.
kick blocks of ice and like kick
No.
flip skateboards.
I
And,
think I
like,
might have seen a couple of his videos. I'm thinking of Braille skating.
Yeah,
You're thinking of
Braille.
Yeah, you're thinking of Braille.
No, yeah,
That's
Braille.
Braille.
No,
Really?
the guy in charge of Braille skating
one
is
that goes
also a
first try?
Scientologist.
No, you're lying. There's no way the
No
guy.
I
in front of-
promise
bro.
you.
No, look it up right now. There's no
Not
way.
my
I've watched
first
Braille
try.
since I was like a kid.
No, and
try?
they all got nuked because of like the way he was treating people or something like that. It's a whole thing.
Because my boy Nigel was on there for quite a while.
I know not. I know of him.
Yeah.
1 second. How do you spell Braille?
BRAILLE.
So this is business in the front, party in the back. How do you spell Braille or the Odyssey?
Braille skating Scientologies.
If this is true, I'm gonna actually freak out because I kept up with Braille for like a long time.
Aaron, the founder,
Cairo, the
caused
founder
a
of the
major
popular
decline in
YouTube
his
channel.
brand, filling hundreds of thousands of company profits into the Church of Scientology.
What?
So the reason he started the whole thing is because the Church of Scientology is like, hey, get your money up and like be a type A personality.
Okay, but I have a question. So like with doing this, like are they funneling him funding to then have the funding funneled back into them? Or are they genuinely just like dropping you like in a sandbox and just saying just figure it out and then pour your
What do you
money into
mean?
me?
No, like the Scientology, the church, like this before Braille, he was just like a random skateboarder, and then he found Scientology, and it's kind of, think of it like a organization of like, think of it like if whatchamacallit was I think if the podcast Modern Wisdom was a group, they're just like, it's just like a bunch of rich dudes, like that.
But
all,
they don't ask any money.
It's like Freemasons or whatever. Oh yeah, there's definitely a lot of money that you pay into Scientology. There's
I
a
know,
lot of
yeah.
weird stuff into it. There's like
I'm gonna go home and look into this.
there's go read the book Dianetics. I know a bunch about this because it's super
Not
interesting to
reading.
me. But Dianetics is the original book because the guy who made Scientology.
Said his mom confirmed his tism.
Yeah, 100% his
Oh
mom
my
did. Literally on the phone. I don't know why he said that he'll call his mom. At the end of the call, she was literally like, "You know what? You're probably right." So like, there's no confirmation needed. It was already confirmed.
Anyway, so back to Grant. We're gonna finish the story with Grant. Oh yeah, so this channel like doesn't exist anymore because he to move.
Dude, I was wondering why this fell off because they were doing
Yeah,
so
they
good
were
for
doing
so
really
long,
good.
and I loved it. Like I followed
all of
them on
it is a part
Instagram.
of seeing Scientology. All of the like getting on YouTube early and finding people to be a part of videos and how to pay them and what to pay them and the like they teach you like marketing and networking and all that stuff and like how to write down your dreams and your goals so you actually can accomplish your goals. That's all like beginner level 101 Scientology classes that they make you take. And like a lot of people that are good at sales are also Scientologists because there's like a part of Scientology where they like have someone like yell at you and you just like have a stone cold face. And if you move even your hand, you like fail and you just take it over and over again to upgrade into the next level of Scientology.
Wild.
And so like people that are in sales, they can
fun.
have someone yelling and spitting in their face and they can just be like totally stone cold Spock. And everything like that. There's a lot of like Scientology is super weird, super interesting, whatever. So Grant Cardone becomes a Scientologist, and then he does what Braille does, which is just like, hey, network well, have fun, spend your money, vacation where people are rich for vacations, you can have a better network, and like this is how you hire people. And the church is like, it's a lot of just business, which is like,
Yeah.
treat your people right, they'll treat you right. So it's like pay them more than they deserve, and they'll stay longer than you deserve to have them stay, and stuff like that. And so he started out, and he was 25, and he stopped being on drugs, and he found Scientology or whatever, and then he at like from 25 to 28 became like the #1 sales rep for cars in like 1984 in the entire like nation. He was like killing it.
Even more than Andy Elliott.
I don't know, but he was like number 1 in the world. So then he went into sales training. So car sales training. What he would do is he could he quit selling cars, moved to Houston, Texas, started up a Cardone Training Technologies. And then he would sell he would go to a dealership, and after doing one meeting, the store would perform like 40% better for that day, and then like 30% better for like the entire month. So a lot of his early career, like his mid 30s, was he had a training company technology that he would go to. He was a high motivational speaker, but a lot of what he says it makes a lot of sense and there's a lot of truth. He just kind of turned it into like sales training technology is like what he calls it. And it's a lot of like how to assign your goals to the thing that you're doing that day, how selling a watch can tie to the dream that you have of starting the business that you want to start. If you sell enough watches, you'll have enough money to start your business. Like a lot of people think that, but they don't write it down, and he kind of just gets people to write it down kind of thing. And so he's doing this training technology, and then he starts a whole giant business of him going around. He would charge like freaking like $700,000 for him to go do sales training. And then he read a book about like the innovator's dilemma about technology, and he was like, this is the next upgrade. He like lost half of his business in the 2008 financial crisis. He's like, I have to lock in. And so he wrote like 3 books, 10x, or first it was Sell or Be Sold, then 10x Rule, then Closer Survival Guide, and then 2 others that I don't have here. Those 3 books right there. Be Obsessed or Be Average, I think, was his last one. Those are 3 Grant's books. Cringe. And anyway, so the reason what happened is like he was super early onto Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And so he was like bigger than Tony Robbins, it seemed like, or Tony, who am I thinking of?
Yeah, Tony Robbins.
Tony Robbins, for a second, as like big motivational sales business person. He turned this sales technology company into like a $500 million annual like revenue business of just selling like training books and programs and everything. And he became like a big business builder. But the thing is he is like super outgoing. There was a period where he was posting something like 50 to 100 posts every single day across platforms in like 2014. And so he became internet.
Hormozy before Hormozy.
What?
Hormozy before Hormozy.
Yeah, that was one of Hormozy's biggest trainers in like 2019.
Mm-hmm.
Hormozy paid like $50,000 or something like that, $100,000 to go meet with him for like an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And so Grant got dogged on because 2016 there was like Jenner Marbles, Jake Paul, and then Grant was there for some reason because he was like this cracked out Scientologist business guy who saw YouTube for what it was a decade early. Because now everyone that's in business is on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube selling whatever they're selling, right? He was a decade early. So it was essentially Jake Paul and everyone else. He would try to like comment on the bottom of Jake Paul posts and be like, read my book or something, I don't know, stuff like that. So a lot of internet culture knows who Grant is, and they all dog on him because he's a business dude. And so, a big part of his thing is he does real estate. He tried in like 2018, did something very new, which was he crowdfunded money to buy real estate. It had never really been done before. And someone started a class action lawsuit that they didn't make the money that they were promised. Essentially, there's all these laws and regulations that if you're going to invest, you need to be an accredited. If you're going to invest more than $100,000, you need to be an accredited investor in the U.S. Being an accredited investor just means you're smart enough to know that you're taking on risk if you're making a bet in the stock market, in real estate, and wherever else. And essentially, Grant found a decent. It was a legal loophole of being like, hey, if you want to put $5,000 in, we're buying a $50 million property in Southern Florida. I'm going to be able to make money. I'm going to be able to 2x the value of this property or whatever he claimed. All of these things came true, but COVID happened, and he stopped doing payouts, which was legally a part of his contracts. And so there's a whole rigmarole going on right now where there were some big investors in this crowdfund, and there was a lot of small investors. And there are these activist lawyers that came through and are running this class action lawsuit. And Grant essentially just went to the court and is defending himself as himself with no legal counsel, and then just posting it on Facebook.
Fire.
So this guy, I love him. He's awesome, great content, mostly cool stuff. Like, he's telling people to get off their ass and go build a business. Like, that's sick. That's hard. Like, what is Jake Paul doing? Tell me to buy a T-shirt. Like, he's entertaining, but like, Grant might actually be changing people's lives by making them like build businesses, kind of thing. I think Hormozy does it better in a lot of ways. Hormozy, I think, he's a lot more honest about. I don't know why, but Hormozy is just kind of awesome in a different way than Grant. But Grant is entertaining, if nothing. Like, going to court with a giant class action lawsuit lawyer and just being like, nope, that's a lie. Like, nope, you're trying to pin me here, and I know what you're doing, and this is all a lie. And they're like, this is cross-examination. You're only allowed to say yes or no. And he's like, you're asking targeted questions that are not, I can't answer in yes or no. And so like and so the lawyers are like, he's like, I don't care about your lawyer game. I'm gonna say what the truth is, and then just posting a 6-hour day 2 court case on his Facebook. And so, that was just a fun, cool story. What I really wanted to get into about that was, should he have been allowed to do, like, should someone ever do a crowdfunding for real estate ever again? My answer is yes. But I think that, will it ever happen again? I don't think so. But we're getting awesome content out of it. Like,
It's like a stock.
It is like a stock.
But you got to go through a whole bunch of
but
regulations.
It pays
and
dividends
rules and,
in the meantime. He kept the property and raised the value of the property. Like, it's like unheard of. The way he did it, like, honestly, respect to him. Anyway.
Yep.
But do you think, okay, first off, thoughts on Grant after hearing that whole story?
I must leave.
No? Okay. Love you, bye. Do you think
Peace be the
Drive
journey,
safe,
brother.
Do you think only accredited investors should be allowed to invest in?
I don't think so, but I think contracts need to be made basically saying you know what you're doing because this is not an accredited investor.
Do you think it should be like not allowed to do a class
It's like
action
like
lawsuit?
it's a waiver. Like if you're gonna go skydiving, right?
But they did sign those.
yeah. So then,
The class action lawsuit.
I mean, if they want to put their money on the line like that, they can do that. They just have to know what's gonna happen if they're not an accredited investor. They might not get their money. Oh well.
That's business.
Business.
That watch is so sexy.
It's a great looking watch, isn't it? Just
I
stare
might
at
get a
it.
PRX. My next watch is probably going to be a PRX.
My next one's the Doxa, the sub GMT.
That's rocking because that's subtle enough to go to church with
Oh
and
yeah.
flex on the haters.
Yep. It's beautiful. It takes.
What?
It keeps
Nobody
really
should be
good
hitting
time.
when you go to
actually.
church.
The way I am now is the way that I am at church. And can you could you see how that rubs people the wrong way?
Yes.
Love you the way you are.
I mean, that's how I am with everyone. Loves me, or everyone that knows me loves me. Some people are like, "Damn, dude should learn to keep his mouth shut." And it's like, I don't want to be your friend anyway if you're gonna think like that. Love you, Landon. We'll see ya. Don't. Is that your water bottle or Melvin's?
mine.
Okay.
I'll bring you.
Okay, thank you.
What is it?
I have like some glassware in a bag.
Tough. Will you hand me the stand for that?
No.
How about this? I take yours and then you take that one, huh? Test. Will you mute that one? Did you mute that
I
one?
already did.
Tough.
I'm
tough.
smart.
You are smart. Very smart. How you been?
So, like, arguably, from what you're explaining to me, Scientology is kind of lit.
I don't dog on Scientology. There's a lot of weird negative parts to it. It can get super.
Yeah, because I don't know the full story. So like,
Yeah.
I don't know the full story. So like,
I
if they
think-
like
I think
enslave children,
No.
tough.
The lower levels seem to be mostly helpful and motivational, but I think that when people, I think in any organization, when people accumulate power, they try to abuse it. You know the quote, "Absolute power corrupts absolutely." You heard that one before?
no.
I
Sounds
for-
like a pretty fire Instagram quote though.
That's
That's like my
exactly
next
what it is.
caption.
I think it's like a super old quote because like the play on words is like absolute power corrupts, like comma, like absolutely it does. The absolutely
Yeah,
at the end.
I get what
Absolute
you're
power
saying.
corrupts absolutely.
I get what you're saying.
Or like in an absolute way, it will always corrupt, as in always doing it.
Right.
That's why I like this. I think this is one of the few, very, very, very few examples of that quote, which is Marcus Aurelius was the emperor of Rome, like
Mhm.
300 AD, if I remember correctly. And he was like, he wanted to be a philosopher, but he ended up having to be the king. And so he was like, he had all the power in the entire world, and he still chose to try to exercise patience and like prudence every single day. Like this is his journal, and it was never supposed to be published, right? It was just to himself. My favorite because it's so prescient for me because I've never actually been able to do it well. It's like, so this is a journal to himself at night. He's like, at dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, I have to go do work as a human being. What do I have to complain of if I'm going to do what I was born for, the things I was brought into this world to do? Or is this what I was created for, to huddle under these blankets and stay warm? But it's nice here, he says to himself. So you were born to feel nice instead of feeling things and doing things and experience them. Don't you see the plants, the birds, the ants, and the spiders going about their individual tasks, putting the world in order the best they can? Are you not willing to do your job as a human being? Are you not willing to run? Or the best one is, why aren't you running into what your nature demands of you? It's if you the nature, or you don't. I mean, I should read the whole thing, but there's one quote where it's like, if you love what you're doing, you will like. You don't love yourself enough, or you don't love your nature too, and what it demands of you. People, do you less respect? Do you have less respect for your own nature than the engraver does for engraving, the dancer for dancing? I forget. There's a certain line.
No,
in
but
there.
it sounds like ball.
It's crazy that the emperor of the like essential entire known world was still like, bro, get out of bed in the morning. I know you want to sleep in, and it's like, whenever a poor person, a poor farmer that had walked 5 days to come see me comes and spits on my face, like I didn't do, like, I am just trying to run this country, this empire, this Roman Empire, to the best of my ability. It sucks that that farmer has the bad lot that he has. I'll do my best to try to help him, even if he spits in my face. So like, but I think he's like one of the 3 people in the entire world that had absolute king power and didn't have
Destroy
a
everything.
1,000 slaves and nice hot women all around and get super heavy and
Would have.
eat grapes, right? Like I would be crazy if I didn't tell myself I didn't. So I think Scientology, all the answer to that was just saying, I think the higher ups, there's rumors that like Tom Cruise had like killed a woman or something like that, and then the whole church just kind of like dragged her out and was like, that didn't happen.
Okay, I see.
And like, and the leader of the Church of Scientology is a weird dude. The one
I just know that Will Smith is in it.
is Will Smith a Scientologist?
Yes.
Scientist? Is he a scientist? How do you spell Scientology? Scientology. He's not a Scientologist, twin. 100%. I was like, I kind of know all the celebs in Scientology.
Bro, there's no way. There's something that there's no.
He's not a Scientologist.
Maybe he paid to not have his name in it because he's black. Because I would do the same. He has this.
No,
high...
Will Smith funds school teaching Scientology, but he's not a Scientologist. So it looks like this guy convinced him to do the thing.
So if. See, yeah, like I just don't believe that.
Rumors about Smith joining the church largely grew around his close friendship with Tom Cruise, who introduced him to various religious concepts. Smith has defended Cruise publicly, but clarified that he does not follow the organized religion like Scientology. So maybe he is in, and he's just choosing not to. But he stayed low level. He's a what do they call him?
A grub?
A double agent.
Oh, yeah.
A marketing double agent.
Because, like, you're finding a school that teaches it.
I don't know. A lot of rich people, if I had a tax write-off and I'm friends with Tom Cruise and I want to get in a movie with him, I could easily find myself throwing around a couple dimes.
No, that's fair.
Like,
yeah.
oh, here's $200K to start a school for, like, the school I don't care about. Me getting in a movie with Tom Cruise, I do care about.
Yeah, I think, I don't know. Probably I saw something on Instagram. I don't know. Probably something super non-credible that I just stuck with me for, like, a while. No clue where I even saw
No,
it.
he's a part of the church, and we all believe it, and I know it's true. And he told me that when I met him, so.
Right.
Which is credible. Do you miss when Ye was a Nazi, or do you like prefer the way he is now, which is kind of like maybe he's changed?
I think he's always himself, but I think he's the smartest person in the world, like unironically. Like, and people will take that and be like, yeah, okay, there's no way. But think about, as a creative, you go through phases. Like, if you're truly a creative, you will like think about how many things you'll look at and you'll be like, I hate that. And then you think about it or you see it again, and then secretly maybe later you're like, I kind of love that actually. But you don't come out and immediately go, I actually love that. You keep that with you for a while, and then when the power of your statement kind of fades in the eyes of everybody, you're like, honestly, I don't really mind it. You don't go, I love it. You're like, I don't really mind it actually. And then you go, I like it. And then you go, no, I actually really like this thing. And so I feel like that is like what you do a lot as like a creative. And I feel like each personality is still just him. I just genuinely feel like he goes through phases of things that genuinely either bother him or things that genuinely, like, whatever is the most important. Because he's always dealing with important things. But I think the personality is, at that time, what is he primarily dealing with and what is pissing him off? Think about back in the day. All he would ever talk about is Taylor Swift. He would talk about heady jeans, by the way. A lot of people don't even know what those are, but like heady jeans. He'd be like, yeah, he makes some cool stuff. But like, what is that quote where he's like, I love Gaga. What the fuck does she know about cameras? Or something like that. Like, he says something like that. And it's like, you know what I mean? Like, at the time, he gets very emotional. Because, like, at the time, that's what's truly bothering him. Is he's getting into a space where it matters and he's trying to, like, accomplish something. And something is a roadblock. And he's like, I'm not just going to sit around and just let this be a roadblock. If it's going to be a roadblock, it's already blocking me. I might as well speak my mind.
Yeah.
And so, but he's just an extremist. Like, most people.
Do you think that I'm like that? Landon tells me that I'm like that. Like, I'm a washed. I am a 50% watered down Ye sometimes. In the way that, like, whatever is on my mind, I get super animated and like yell about. Like,
Yeah, but I also think that comes from being, like, genuinely being inspired, being entertaining. Like, I don't think, like, I think that, I feel like there's like a bigger word for all of it. But, like, I feel like people are different. Like, people are coded differently.
Yeah, I have autism, apparently.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so, but you think I do.
No, like, me and you are mentally way differently coded than, like, you and Landon, me and Bryce, you or Bryce.
Yeah,
you know what
totally.
I mean? Like, we are coded way differently because of the things that we were infatuated with. Like, for instance, my opinion on the Rust thing. Like, and it goes back, you know what I mean? And, like, you know, like, it goes into everything. But, like, for instance, for me, like, I'll have a day where I'll be so in love with YouTube. I'll be like, dude, today I'm going to make a video. And the next day I'll be like, honestly, YouTube isn't it. I'm going to make a clothes. I'm going to make a shirt. Today is all about shirts. And then the next day, I won't want to do any of it. I'll say, honestly, does any of it even really matter? And then a day later, I'll be motivated in something else. I might be motivated. Bro, I know. Listen, do you guys know about the PBA?
PB&J? I love PB&J.
Dude, I've been so engulfed in the Pro Bowling League recently. And I don't care at all about bowling.
I love that.
But, like, that's what I mean. I'll get the tism about something and be so locked for like 3 or 4 days.
I think that's just ADHD.
You think?
100%.
I feel like that's.
But it's the best way to live life.
No, 100%. Because I get bored, but I never get bored because I will find something else to scratch my brain.
Yeah.
Like, I think if I could only watch one thing for the rest of it, like, I've watched Trailer Park Boys 16 times. I've counted since I watched it before I worked at my last job. So
Wow.
about 7 months ago.
I haven't watched it, but my boy, what's his name? Who's my boy? Frog voice.
Oh, your cousin?
Professor. No,
Oh, sorry. Sorry, cousin.
he doesn't care. Jordan
Don't know who we're talking
Peterson. You don't know this guy either? We occupy some of the different parts of the internet, that's for sure.
about. But sorry, I kind of got derailed. I think that he's still him. Like, I think if you genuinely had a conversation with him, you wouldn't get a personality. Like, I think to some people, he puts off a personality. So then when they get on their podcast, they get on the show, they're like, he was like talking about this and talking about that. But I genuinely think if you like actually talk to him and he doesn't feel like he needs to be like in that mode, he's just himself.
Yeah.
And I feel like the modes are just a variation of how he's feeling in that moment. And he just lives through it. I feel like he just doesn't feel like holding back. And that's scary to some people because of the way he'll come across and the things that he'll say. But like, he would genuinely never kill somebody. He would genuinely never look at somebody because of their religion or whatever, or their genes or anybody and be like, you deserve to die. You know what I mean? Like, he's never going to go to that extreme route. But when his music can't drop, he's going to slander you because you're stopping him. And it's stopping more people. Like, that's how I found out that Michael Jackson was already on that forever ago.
No chance.
Michael Jackson has songs that have physically been cut by back in the day, like the big record labels, where he was talking about Jewish producers and like the Jews like in the actual like music industry, forcing him to go a specific direction when he was trying to bring up humanity. The song about the earth, like You Are the World or whatever, when he's talking about people, is altered. Like, there's some songs that are genuinely altered, and you can find some of the unedited ones, but they are altered, and he brings it up, and he has publicly, like, other people talked about it. So it's like, it's not like the things that he's saying are so like niche. It's just that he's one of the biggest people.
Crazy mainstream now.
Yeah.
Ultra mainstream.
Yeah, but like, he's saying stuff that like, he's like, if you know, you know, but you're not going to risk your check. I'm rich. I'm risking my check. Like, he's like, I can build a business out of nothing, so I don't need your cosign. Y'all are ruining this. But like, to somebody that's low key kind of actually making 80,000 from their streams, but actually getting 260 from their label so that they can still go shoot bro down the street and cover bail, they're not risking that. They're not going to go and talk about them.
Yeah.
But the guy who can make slides or out of whatever and make dads go wear their ugly, weird shoes, you know what I mean? Not saying they're ugly, but I'm saying, like, to most people, they're like, oh, those are ugly. And then a year later, everybody's dad has a pair of Yeezys.
Yeah.
Like, he can do that, and he knows he can do that. So why does he care what you think? He can literally turn nothing into something no matter what.
Damn,
Why
I didn't know
does
you
it
thought
matter?
about this so much. This is awesome.
Dude, I love Kanye.
I like Kanye a lot. And the thing, my favorite thing is in Flashing Lights, he has the line. Did you know this? Talking about the paparazzi.
Till I get flashed by the paparazzi, damn me, got me. I ain't more than not. That was back when he was still getting that check.
Yeah. I didn't know that they let it in, and if you hear it, they do a huge bass over that.
I've never heard that line.
It's in it in Spotify.
But like, I believe it. No, like, I believe it. But
so
like,
he be
for sure.
he be knowing, or at least thinking a little frustrated back in 2009.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, even when you see him go to like bring out like his OG tapes, like when he's in the studio when he's talking to people, he's like, I know this is lit. Like, when you talk, like when you see him talk, like, he might not have been who he is now, but like, he was like new. I know. Like, he's like, and you're not gonna tell me no. He's like, you cannot endorse me, but I'm gonna find somebody else that's gonna endorse me because I know what I know. And if you're not going to, I'm gonna figure out anyway. And that's how he paved the entire way he did it. And it's like fashion, it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, you can be like, okay, he said this, I don't like him. That's fair, and I feel like you 100% can do that. From a creative standpoint,
like normies do that a lot, and like good for them.
Yeah, like 100%. Like if you're like, oh, like I literally watched him go get Starbucks, dump out the drink on the side, like near a duck pond, and then he threw the cup. It's like I will never endorse him. Like 100%. Like I can rock with that. Like I get that. But like from a creative standpoint of like what he's done, like you like your brain can't even comprehend like how he's changed fashion, how he's changed music, how he's changed art. Takashi Murakami. First of all, a lot of those early albums done by Takashi Murakami. Do you know how many people? I'm not saying he wouldn't have been known, but in America care about Takashi Murakami. He has Shohei Ohtani MLB cards now. I'm not saying again that he would not have been on. I'm not saying without Kanye he wouldn't have been there, but like the art itself being put on like by him at the height of his. Okay, no. No, it's that one down there, Takashi Murakami. Yeah, there you go.
I know. I spelled it that way on purpose.
No,
Not actually.
but like he's the GOAT.
Yeah.
Like one of the goats, and it's like it's just like respecting the art and being like, oh, okay, cool, like this is good ball. It's like do you know how many people like now on Etsy have these pillows? And it's like, again, I hate to be the guy that's like, oh, if this guy never did it, it never would have came here. Like that's not true. Like he's a fantastic designer, he would have made it 100%. But like to then say that him and Ye going back and forth, like come on now, like literally like kids see ghosts. Like I mean like literally like
I didn't know ball on this actually.
yeah.
Like this is graduation, right?
Yes.
Graduation. That's Takashi.
Yes.
I didn't know that. I've always liked it, but that's it's even deeper that way. That's actually so tough.
Yeah, that Kids See Ghost album that's in the middle, that's like go up a little bit, that oil painting, also Takashi Murakami.
Yeah. I think I've seen that one before. And then
Yeah,
wait,
'cause
is this
That's Juice WRLD.
was Juice WRLD getting
Yeah.
Takashi art? That's tough.
So, but it's like, you see what I mean? Like if Kanye wasn't sitting here making his art, that's what I mean. And like people can say whatever, but like think about how many people would have went to Takashi Murakami and been like, design my rap album. They wanted to be hard in front of the hose with gold jewelry, and he made a bear and was like, shoot me out of Alien Badusi.
Yeah.
And I'm going to like be in front of everybody, like, and I just we have to physically move on, because me and my friend Rodney have been Kanye fans since we were like young, and I can physically talk about what like he is the go, like if we're
Because
talking
of
about
graduation?
Rushmore.
Do you
No, just because of
you
like
knew
everything
about
that
it
he's
before
done.
grad, or you weren't really conscious before graduation?
No, I'm saying like since I was a kid, I've just been a fan of him.
Yeah.
Like I'm not saying like I was like a day one. There's physically no way I was a day one. I didn't have consciousness day one. But like just like knowing like the actual ball of like what he's done for everything is like crazy. And that he still co-signs people, and like that has weight. Like as much as people want to talk about him like on whatever, if you make music, Kanye looks you dead in your face and goes, "This is hard." Nobody can tell you shit.
Yeah.
Nobody can. You can go to 10 shows and play nobody, but if Ye is telling you it's hot, you're like, oh, like,
Yeah, we're in.
yeah, like,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. So it doesn't matter if you don't like him. It doesn't matter because like he knows and you don't.
I think that he is the limit extent of what most creatives are.
Yes.
And I think because of online internet streamer culture, a lot of our interaction with this type is the like, I don't know if you know these streamers, like, Pokimane, like Myung. No, a lot of Asian they're like like Saikuno. Saikuno. No,
Are these women?
two of them are. One of them isn't. But a lot of it is like
Not that women can't be streamers. I didn't mean it by that. Like I just genuinely don't watch any women content.
No, I'm just saying like there's a lot of creators who either LARP being socially conscious for their personal sake or for their career gain. And I think Kanye is the limit of being like, I'm not even going to try to be so like, I think there are people that the reason they do art well is because they're just so neurotypical and they're so weird and they do whatever else. And I think that they still LARP being socially normal. but their art really expresses who they are deeply, and they
Yes.
only feel comfortable expressing how they feel about the world to their closest friends and maybe on like podcasts that they feel comfortable on.
Yeah.
And Ye is kind of just out here being like, I am going to be my full self all of the time, no matter what. Anyway, I've let go of ever being socially acceptable ever, right? Like I think that like you have like Kobe, or you have like Jordan. And I think that they have like a certain dark side of them that is just like, yeah,
Put
just
this up.
what?
Why is this just out?
It's just out.
This is a danger.
No, it's not. It's fine. I'll just go. What?
Like,
That's fine. And I think he. Do you think that it's good that if you're going to be a creative, to at least be socialized some of the time?
like to be the guy that's like, oh, I can't make this because it low key endangers sheep.
Yeah. Or like to just not be screaming in public because you can, like right, like I think an early.
I think it just depends on who you are, and I think that like if you want my honest opinion, not the sheep part. Like obviously, like don't hurt sheep, but like what I mean is like if that's just not you, it's not necessary.
Yeah, I
because
think
there are people out there that want you to not be that way, and that's okay because they just don't like they wouldn't. Honestly, they wouldn't be your family 100% of the time, even if you were that way, because that's not always going to be you. You're not going to be able to wear a mask all of the time
yeah.
to be that person. So being that person doesn't support you at all. That's why when you're like, dude, like you're always just like, I don't care, or you're like, don't want to talk to you. Like no dick ride. Kanye and people like Kanye are people that taught me that like I have to physically be that way.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I would rather die than just constantly have people genuinely like think that I'm like moldable. Because like I'm not.
Right.
Like at the end of the day, like I'm not gonna sit there and be like, oh, like this is gonna go up. So I have an analogy that I was actually gonna talk to you about that I'm not gonna say on here because of current situations. But like if you stop being yourself because of your girl, because of anybody else, I want you to think that there is
Write
8
it down so
billion
don't forget.
people. There's 8 billion people, right?
Just find someone.
There's so many people on the earth that are gonna like you, bro. Like, we're still on the podcast, right? So I can't curse. Forget them. Like, I'm so dead serious. As a person that has moved their entire childhood, I have had the same friends. I've lived in like 8+ states, like lived in 8+ states or whatever. And I've kept the same friend group because these are people that like I genuinely know are real and like I like them. It does not. I've talked to people that I thought were super cool for 2 days. I couldn't tell you their name today. Like when I tell you like to just be yourself all the time, and people will respect it and they'll respect you, and they're not going to follow you like, oh, like some line leader type activity, but they'll respect it to the point where like, and the only people that won't like you are the people that don't have the balls to then do it themselves, to 100% be themselves all the time, because they don't want to be judged for it.
Yeah.
They don't want to be the guy that's like, oh, my manager thinks I'm kind of odd. They don't want to be the guy that's like, oh, this girl kind of doesn't really like me because I'm always doing this or doing this. I mean, like, if you're a loser gooner, like, maybe change the vibe up. You know what I mean? Like, maybe, yeah. Like, maybe you should probably stop smacking. But it's like...
Your lips.
Yeah,
That's what he's
your
talking.
lips. But, like, yeah, no. Like, I think, no. The answer to your question is no. I think you should be yourself because you're going to target your audience regardless. And if you really feel that way, the people that feel that way are going to follow you.
Yeah. No,
and
I agree.
It doesn't matter.
I agree. It's a good question, and I think that you'll always just do what you are going to do. And I think that we're getting so vague, and we know what we're talking about. There's so few people that are going to know exactly what we were just talking about just now.
Yeah, sorry.
That was
I get it
that
on
was
this
just like
deep.
1,000% vague posting, but vague posting works on the internet, so we're gonna let it roll. So speaking of Kanye, I think that I really enjoy doing terrible transitions, and I had a good time last night because I was tired and I was annoyed, and I just wanted to get to bed, and I knew I had work in the morning. And so what I ended up doing is I went to McDonald's and I got hot and spicy and a McDouble. And then I ate them, and then I watched Northern Lion as I was going to bed, and then I was hungry again. So then I went and I went back to McDonald's, got another hot and spicy and another McDouble. And I was looking at it while I was eating. I was like, there's lettuce on this. I'm going to get the bacteria that like
I
makes
hate
you
lettuce.
violently throw up and violently exploding diarrhea until you die. And then so I'm supposed to be getting up for work at like 9 a.m. 7 a.m. I get woken up from one of the craziest tummy aches of my entire life. And I'm like,
gamble.
the lettuce got me.
Hell gamble.
The lettuce got me, and I was
When was
genuinely.
the last time you you ate McDonald's?
Yeah,
When was the last time you ate McDonald's?
Yeah, it's probably been 8 months.
Do you think that also could have played into
I
it?
think. Well, now I know that I don't have exploding lettuce diarrhea
Yeah.
because I just woke up at 7 and I was just feeling like 5 hours of sleep, feeling so sick.
Yeah.
So I thought I had it. I was feeling sick. Like I haven't had a tummy ache like that in forever, and it was probably just because the hot and spicy, 2 hot and spicies and 2 McDoubles, and
Yeah.
it just totally owned me so bad. And I just want to say I'm grateful that I didn't get the lettuce exploding diarrhea.
Yeah.
I think it would have been awesome if I did, because I 100%, like I would land the plane, I would have beat it and I wouldn't have died 100%. 100p.
And you would have lost like a calm 2 pounds.
Yeah, for sure I would have lost weight. And it would have been awesome to talk about and be like, I was one of the because like it's not COVID, like only like 50 people got it, right?
It's like a black square.
It's like like
I survived the lettuce event.
I survived. I got the lettuce and I survived the lettuce, and I did it on purpose. I tell everyone I did it on purpose too.
It's like, you know, that's actually like common right now. Like what you're talking about is like girls that are like on TikTok and stuff like that. Like they'll be like, I got the bug. Like I got the stomach
The
bug
lettuce
on
is the new
purpose.
worm or whatever.
Yeah, like I got the stomach bug on purpose so that I could fit this dress. Like that's literally what you're talking about right
Hot
now.
girl summer is closing up, and I need to fit into that one dress I bought at the beginning of the summer.
Yeah.
Have to.
Like they're like drowning themselves drinking water so they can go like throw it all up so that they can be like, oh, like now like I can't eat because like I don't have an appetite.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Speaking of appetite, it is genuinely impossible to get ADHD medication.
Unless you're like on the street. Then you just get non-FDA approved, not
And
Kroger made.
Not Kroger made stuff that'll keep you up for 2 days straight.
You might get a little bit more addicted. You might end up with a couple scabs, and you might change the way you take the medication via syringe. But will it work for the time being? Oh, you'll feel euphoric. Geeked off the need at the job site, just not. You're just like, yes.
Yes. No, you're like this. You're like eyes bloodshot red.
You're like grinding your teeth. You're like, yeah.
No, I'd probably be so. I'd just be like, I'd just be so relaxed. My brain would just like work normal. Oh, that'd be so awesome.
That would be fun.
Do you smell the tobacco ode? I keep
No.
getting whiffs of it. It's incredible.
You're too close to it. I can't smell it.
Yeah.
And I think that's because the air is pushing.
Oh, that's probably what it is. So yeah, unfortunately, I tried to get the lettuce bacteria, and I ended up not getting it. But I thought that I was, and whenever I thought that I had it at 7 a.m. this morning, I was so tired. I was like, "Dang, this wasn't a good idea." I didn't want at 7 a.m. I didn't want it, and I think that would have ruined it for me. I think I'm mad at myself for not committing.
Yeah, like you
Let-
should have gotten extra lettuce.
No, like I think I ate the right amount of lettuce that I was supposed to be eating to try to get the bacteria. I think that at 7 a.m. when I woke up with a tummy ache, turbo tummy ache, one of the worst I've ever had in my life, I shouldn't have been mad. I should have been grateful. Right? Because if I have the bacteria right now, I had a bad day for the past 10 hours because I was a dumb. Like I don't know if the bacteria really like messes with your mind. I woke up mad when I should have woke up grateful. Because then if I woke up grateful, the day would have been balmer the whole time. It would have been awesome.
True.
I think I started it wrong. So if I'm ever going to try to do the lettuce meta again, I need to go to bed being like, if I really do have this, whatever pain comes with it, I need to accept my choices and be happy about it. Like, you know, I need to go to sleep committing to it in the morning.
Yes.
I think I don't go to sleep
You
committing.
didn't fully commit to the lettuce tech.
I didn't.
Yeah.
And so like and I think it's like an example of my life. Like I need to learn to commit better. And this was a like a Rorschach test. This was like a test of like I need to commit to the bit more.
touched it, and then I tugged it to see what direction it was pulling it. And I caused it to happen, and I was surprised. Like, I was pulling on it, 'cause I was like, what? I was like, where is it?
Yeah, I need to be better at that. What you guys haven't, I don't know if you guys could see it well. This I've been proud of for months and months, for many podcast episodes. We have, besides this Japanese truck right here, there's been we're gonna have it like front and center.
Here
Oh,
comes
you
the
can't,
sun.
you can't see that well.
Can you
Make
flip
it
it?
look
Hold
more
on.
flying like this. There's been a sick clone droid battle going on that I put together bespoke myself. I'm cool. No, so like if I'm like I want to go on a hike, or I'm like I want to build this business, I need to be waking up and going to bed being like I need to recommit. If it's a bad day because like the thing I'm 3D printing doesn't go on the bed well and it like breaks off, that's my fault, and I got to be happy that I chose it for myself.
Yeah.
And I think that like when things get messed up, I get too mad too early and I don't commit to the bit.
100%.
So like this lettuce thing really retaught me. I need to commit to what I'm doing. I need to wake up, I need to go to bed thinking about waking up, committing to the bit. More.
Yeah.
I think that's a good skill to have, is waking up, committing to the bit.
I think it's even easier. Oh, is mine open?
Yeah, it's fine. Just say something, you'll see it go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
I think it does it to save battery.
No, that makes sense. I think like the best thing to have that happen to you is like dying.
In what way?
Like a near-death experience. like no troll. Like my mom. Like that's why to me, like nobody could ever tell me anything. Is because like my mom put it into like my brain, not intentionally, but like subconsciously watching her like while I was growing up made me realize that you could do everything like to the T. You could work 3 jobs, try to raise kids, take them to church. You could do everything, and life can still almost kill you.
Yeah, totally.
Without you doing anything. And so like
just commit to what you want.
Just commit to everything.
Commit to everything.
Yeah, like just be like, you
commit
know what?
To the bit, commit to who you are, commit to what you want.
100%. Like the lettuce, honestly, go back. Like if you really want it, you're gonna get it.
You're right, and I think
get 3.
Right, I need to get 3 this time. I might.
Or honestly, just go to the store and just get lettuce.
Yeah, because the meta right now is there's 2 ways to get skinny. You're getting lettuce at 50% off because all of the Valley moms don't want to buy it because they don't want to get the sickness.
Yep.
Unless they're a ball knower and they want it. But most women are like, I'm not gonna get sick.
Yeah.
So like all the salad spots around here, all of the places where you're getting salads from, order the salads at a discount. Go to Costco, go to Walmart,
100%.
go to Target, and get all of the whole salad aisle right now is on like 30 to 50% discount.
You've got it.
So you're gonna eat salad, which is like, rabbit food, lose weight meta already.
Yep.
Then you're rolling rolling the dice on like
you're doubling down.
You're rolling the dice on getting the bacteria, because then if you get the bacteria, you've been eating lettuce for like 5 days, and then you get the bacteria, and then you lose the weight.
So you're like, it's like the quickest way to like lose 10 pounds.
It's like a roguelike. Where like
yes.
you're stacking chances on top of each other. It's literally like in the roguelikes where it's like you're hitting the hammer down and it's like 2% chance of crit.
Yes.
It's like, well, if you hit the thing 100 times, you're gonna get a crit twice.
Yes.
So eat the lettuce on sale, save the money, get light, and if you keep eating the lettuce, you're gonna get the bug.
We just gave the meta
We
out.
just gave the
that's
meta
free
out.
tech. That's free tech.
That's free
so
tech.
I don't know if we have like the thing, like the YouTube premium thing where you can subscribe, like you can buy into the channel to become a member.
We have
I don't know if
more
you're a
tech
member.
like that.
Yeah, if you're a member, there's so much more tech. If you're trying to figure out how to lose weight quick, listen, we'll tell you about all the bugs.
We haven't even told you about my experience on the worm.
Become a member.
we need you to. I want to finish out by talking about something that's super interesting to me, and I want to hear what you have to say about it.
I might unironically do McDonald's tonight because I really don't feel like going home to cook, and I'm off tomorrow, so I'd rather just cook tomorrow than cook tonight, wash everything, and then cook it again tomorrow.
Yeah. So before the podcast, me and Landon and a little bit of Melvin were having a conversation about what this podcast should be. And I love doing internet culture, stuff like that, but also digging deep on specific topics like business, like culture, business personalities like Grant, and stuff like that. And I love something that I really enjoy is energy production and energy consumption in the United States. So we're talking natural gas, oil and gas. We're talking like propane, methane, power plants, nuclear power plants. Yeah. We kind of took a hard right turn there. But what I'm saying is something that is going to be a reoccurring. There's going to be 3 or 4 or 5 reoccurring themes on the pod. One of them is trains, one of them is Legos, and one of them is space exploration. And then like all of these things are somewhat tied to like internet culture, right?
Everything to not allow a female to talk to you.
Everything that is birth control. One thing. I'm a walking birth control pill. There's something that I want to do, and that is there's a dude right now. Our holy grail, our not our holy grail. One of our medium goals is to get this nuclear engineer, and we interview him on our podcast.
Okay.
Because I think nuclear is the next stage of American energy. I want people. You know how there's a lot of blue collar boom that's been going on for like the past decade of like, hey, don't go to college, go be a forklift driver, go be a truck driver, go be a plumber, a high skilled labor job.
It's almost ironic how popular it is on TikTok.
Yeah, it is weird. It's funny how it is on TikTok. And so I want to, and so like there's a lot of people that were like, you know, the like Chads in the 70s were all in oil.
Yes.
I want to get all of the blue collar Chads that would have otherwise worked as plumbers to get into the nuclear industry, not as engineers, but as operators of these power plants once we build them, and make it cool and make it fun and make it interesting. Like the new Chad is of like a power plant and construction worker.
But like, is it really just that simple?
No, it's not. But we're gonna be a part of it if it is going to be that.
Because that's what I'm like.
No,
like, I know what you're saying, but like the reason why it's so much easier to not go to school and to become a blue collar worker is because you can be a level 2 NPC and only max out fortitude and strength. You don't have to put skill points into anything else.
Oh no! I think what you're saying is I think building the equipment to make a power plant work is 100 to 1,000 times harder than just running it, because it's literally just keeping like power plants sound scary and hard, but they're not. It's literally just a steam engine. We just heat up water and turn turbines. That's all a nuclear power plant is. Like this little steam train right here. Coal is heating up water.
No, yeah, I get. But what I'm saying is, do you think the amount of people like the amount of people that like are like, okay, I'm just not going to go to school because it's so much easier to pick up a cinder block. Like they're going to be like, okay, I would much rather just learn about like nuclear energy.
Well, because I think once we have enough nuclear power plants up, it'll be just like the oil and gas industry, where it's like you take a 4-month course.
The people that are already going to essentially get into something like that would just that's where the bread is.
Exactly. Yeah. You know, like we make the bread there and we make it cool to be a breadwinner in that industry. And like, because like I grew up in Houston, and like there's a lot of oil and gas in that industry. It's like if you wanted to work in the oil and gas industry right out of high school, even or like you can go and take a college class that was like 3 months sponsored by Exxon, and then go be an Exxon oil and gas power plant like manager. All you do is you see a screen, and like you like make sure the temperature isn't too hot, make sure the catalyst comes out, you grade it, you're like, oh, this can go into a car, this goes into an airplane, and this goes into whatever else or however else. This is totally within spec of what we need it to be. Send it on to the truck to go put into a car. It's literally just crude oil comes in, and it goes to this giant heated stack, make sure it doesn't explode and everyone dies. And then
that's how it works on Rust.
Yeah, honestly, kind of. and so the thing is like once we make the power plants, it's going to be the same thing. Someone's going to learn how like this specific type of nuclear power plant works, how to make sure it doesn't explode, how to make sure it's super redundant, and then they go and operate on it. Or the dudes that would be throwing cinder blocks around, now they're building the power plants.
I see what you're saying. So like the job stays the same, but it's for a different meta.
Exactly. And I think that meta is better for America, having a strong industrial base powered by nuclear power and everything else. But I really love nuclear. And I think that nuclear was owned by like the Cold War. There's a lot of propaganda around nuclear isn't safe. And I think that
Yeah, but like we're like if people are referencing the Cold War, gang, like AI can show me boobs.
So you're saying like yeah, we need to change the thought process on nuclear these
Like
days.
because like it would happen regardless. Like would it not? Like would we not eventually make like a turn, or
Yes.
like would we just dry out? Like is like
I think that
'cause,
if
like, there's no way
they're-
people generally think that we're gonna turn every single Dasani water bottle into like natural energy.
No, I think that people aren't thinking that way. If you and I had, if I wasn't interested in this, you and I would never have this conversation and never think about it. And I think there's 400 million Americans,
Okay.
375
literally
million
me
of
right before
them
this conversation.
never thought about this in their entire life. And
Yeah.
I want to put it on mainstream. Like, hey, this industry's cool. This industry's reburging. It kind of was killed because of the Cold War, because of nuclear bombs. Like, that's not chill. Let's make energy cheaper. Let's make your energy bill cheaper. Like, everyone's complaining that, like, the AI is going to take too much power to make. Well, if we put a nuclear power plant next to it and it's safer than driving a car, like,
I mean, I just don't see an issue with it.
I know that I think most people when they rehear it don't, but a lot of our parents and their parents are afraid of nuclear because of all the negative propaganda from it. I think nuclear is more green than solar, more green than wind.
Okay.
In many ways, I would say that. So
I can't argue with you because I wouldn't even know.
and good. Because that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to be pro propaganda for the nuclear power because I love it
100%.
so much and it's cheaper and it genuinely is safer. That's
If
what-
this comes back to bite me in the ass when I'm rich and famous and like this is like totally like super like anti-life or whatever, I was 100%
I will argue
flooded.
that it's not. No, because there's a nuclear engineer who like he's not ultra famous or whatever. I think that we can bag him. I think he's super cool. I love this subject. I would love like you, Giggs, and Landon, and whoever. Like we do a 2-stack or a 3-stack. I'm somewhat knowledgeable on it. He's ultra knowledgeable on it. He like worked for a nuclear like power plant, like engineering power plant. I want you guys to come up with questions about like what questions do you have? Why isn't it as big as it is? Is it unsafe? How unsafe is it? That kind of stuff. Can I have it in the middle of my neighborhood?
Yeah, can I have like a mini one?
Oh yeah, like what's the question with the mini one? Or like, is it okay if my energy bill gets cut in half if they put a power plant in the middle of town on Airport Road?
Yeah, because like I'm signing up.
Exactly. And so he's like, I want to ask him like, why is that not happening now? How can we get it to happen? Is it like a lot of people? There seems to be a lot of negative energy around it.
Yeah.
Like, how can we change it? I want to bring this information on. I want to talk to this guy. So I want to get this podcast big enough that we can bag him.
Okay. Like
totally
like steal him?
Yeah, we pick him up.
We're
and
gonna take
the
you.
world never sees you again.
I'm kidding.
I hope I want to
No,
make
I'm
shorts,
down.
and I want him to know like we're a little bit of business, a little bit of a little bit of information, a little bit of internet culture, fun stuff. But I'm super passionate and super pro nuclear, and it's like this is just internet culture. This is like life in general. For me, this is all spinning in the same way. Legos, space, trains, engineering, internet culture. It all kind of weaves into like one big web. And so hopefully he can be like, this is a little bit weird. This is not like a tech or a business podcast.
Before this pod, this was you about nuclear, right? You were like, I don't even understand it. After this pod, though,
Together. Now you know. We're pro-nuclear on this podcast. If you have any questions, put questions in the comments. I love this stuff. We love you. Thank you for being here. Mom, I love you. If you get to the end, text me and say the
he's autistic.
say that I'm autistic.
Let's go.
Okay, love you. Bye.